The Central Bank Center in downtown Lexington, which includes Rupp Arena, is officially reopened. Officials cut the ribbon on the new $310 million renovation this morning. Jim Stratman has more from the grand reopening.
Well, $310 million is going to get you quite a lot, and the expectations for the Central Bank Center are that high. The new facility includes an enormous 100,000 square feet of contiguous exhibit hall space, 16 meeting rooms throughout the convention center, and the new pavilion spanning 30,000 square feet and 50,000 square feet of club space and expanded concourses inside Rupp Arena.
With the size and dated convention center, as good as it was, served about 60% of what it otherwise would be able to serve in terms of national meetings and conventions.
Bill Owen is the president and CEO of the Lexington Center. Owen says that 10 years of planning and construction have turned what was a fine convention space into something that would rival any convention center in Kentucky and across the country.
But we still have a lot of the tradition and the traditional parts of Rupp Arena, but yet at the same time, it's relevant with any contemporary arena that just finished and goes into service today.
The new facility is expected to generate $100 million of economic benefit every year. Owen says that for him, being able to share that impact in the facility itself with the community is extremely exciting.
And after serving the community 45 years, to give it this makeover is really exciting.
Yeah. Now, the Central Bank Center has been hosting events through the construction period, and they've already been setting records during that time as well. The latest being the Elton John concert that was just here, setting the highest grossing record for an event at the center in its history. Reporting in Lexington, Jim Stratman, WKYT.
Jim, thank you. This week, I had the chance to sit down with Eastern Kentucky University President and Paintsville native Dr. David McFadden. He was appointed the 14th president in August 2020, but is being inaugurated next Friday, April 29th. There are events all week leading up to his installation. He calls this a one-in-a-million shot kind of opportunity to serve.
I'm passionate about Eastern Kentucky. I'm passionate about serving, our first gen and our low income students. I'm passionate about creating opportunities for our communities and being a part of, finding solutions for the things that, will help make our communities the best place to live and to work and to raise our families.
In the fall of 2021, McFadden began the university's BookSmart program, providing free textbooks for all undergraduate students at EKU. McFadden is my guest on Issues and Answers Monday night at 7 o'clock. Those in charge of destroying dangerous weapons in central Kentucky are meeting a new milestone. All the VX nerve gas at the Bluegrass Army Depot in Madison County is now destroyed, finishing the fourth of 5 chemical weapon destruction campaigns. The depot has stored chemical weapons for more than 5 decades. Kentucky is one of 2 locations in the United States where these kinds of weapons were stored and are being destroyed. The last weapons are scheduled to be destroyed in September of next year. Invest 606 finalists are on the home stretch as the winners will be announced this weekend. 13 local businesses in Kentucky have a chance to win up to $15,000. During the process, those finalists are given tips and tricks to help better run their operations. One of the finalists, Red Spotted Newt owner Mandy Scheffel, says the competition this year has been great.
Any one of us who wins is going to take their business to the next level, and I think it's inspiring and hopeful for Appalachia. I think it gives us something to be excited about for the future.
The final pitch contest will be held April 23rd, this Saturday in Williamsburg. WYMT's Chas Jenkins will have more from some of the other finalists on their experience during the competition at 6.
It's been a cloudy but otherwise gorgeous afternoon here in downtown Pikeville for day 1 of the 2022 Hillbilly Days Festival. Of course, we'll be here throughout the rest of the evening tonight, at least through the 6 o'clock newscast, and of course we'll be here tomorrow and Saturday as well. Outside around the region, while we've seen some peaks of sun, it's been mostly cloudy as we've gone through the daytime hours today. London Corbin Airport at this hour, a similar scene to what we're seeing here in downtown Pikeville. Plenty of clouds, temperatures in the lower 70s, taking you out to downtown Whitesburg at the moment. They've got some peaks of sun at the moment. That's warmed them up to 71. Notice those dew points still in the low 50s. So what's showing up on pinpoint Doppler we'll get to in just a second. Mostly not reaching the ground. We are seeing low 70s around the region, but areas where that cloud cover a little bit thicker, like Richmond out in the west, a little bit milder in the mid 60s. Satellite and radar over the last 6 hours, you see those showers kind of trying to push on through, but they're really light and scattered in nature. Not a whole lot to work with in terms of moisture, but we'll still keep an eye on those few through the nighttime hours tonight. Headlines, we're drier and warmer tomorrow. It's a summer preview as we head into the weekend, which is good news for the folks out here at Hillbilly Days. And we are keeping an eye on another system that could bring showers toward us as we finish out the weekend and start next week. I'll have the very latest on that coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. The CDC has asked the Justice Department to appeal the ruling that got rid of the travel mask mandate, setting the country up for a legal showdown. The mandate, put in place last February, covered public transportation, including trains, buses, and planes. But many Americans are wondering when and where to mask up. CBS's Michael George has the latest from LaGuardia Airport.
The Biden administration is extending its requirement for all non-U.S. citizens entering the U.S. to be fully vaccinated while trying to reinstate the transportation mask mandate.
There's going to be an appeal by the Justice Department.
A federal judge in Florida struck down the CDC mask requirement on airplanes, trains, and buses Monday, leading all major airlines to make masks optional on flights.
I'm going to wear a mask on the plane. I don't feel uncomfortable now not wearing one.
The issue is of real concern for travelers like Brian Vastag, who has an autoimmune disorder.
I am constantly assessing my risk. I'm not going to know, is there somebody on the plane who's sick right now?
While the TSA is no longer enforcing the rule, passengers are still required to mask up in airports, including terminals here at LaGuardia.
We have to do all kinds of things to protect other people in the society, and the masking is just another thing.
In a statement, the CDC defended the mask mandate, saying, quote, "At this time, an order requiring masking in the indoor transportation corridor remains necessary for the public health."
There's a lot of stuff still going on, and I just think that it should not be lifted as of yet.
COVID-19 cases are rising in several states across the country, driven by BA2. The Omicron subvariant now makes up about 75% of new cases in the U.S. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, will make its zero tolerance policy against unruly passengers permanent. The number of COVID-19 cases around the world is steadily dropping. Wednesday, the World Health Organization reported the number of new cases globally is down 24% from the week before, reporting decreasing case counts in all 6 of their regions. COVID-19 deaths also plunged in all 6 regions, with deadly cases dropping 12%. Home prices hit an all-time high in March. The median home price was more than $375,000, up 15% from a year earlier. The National Association of Realtors says this marks more than a decade of year-over-year increases, the longest-running streak on record. Mortgage rates are also climbing and have been since the beginning of this year. The latest average is now at 5%, and it's expected to go even higher. Elon Musk says he has $46.5 billion at the ready to buy Twitter. The CEO of Tesla has offered to buy all of the remaining shares he doesn't own of the social media platform. However, Twitter's board of directors does not seem interested in Musk's offer. The board announced a poison pill move to make it harder for Musk to acquire the company. An SEC filing shows Musk is willing to pay $54.20 per share, which would value the company at nearly $43.5 billion. Coming up on First at 4, a big boom in the aviation industry as airline travel demand closes in on pre-pandemic levels.
And the crowds are out here at Hillbilly Days at downtown Pikeville. They'll be even bigger with sunnier weather the next couple of days. I'll have those details coming up next.